Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Great London Podcast. Today, I want to talk about something very real and very important, the everyday challenge people are facing in Tower Hamlets in general, especially here in Canary Wharf, where I'm standing. This episode is not about politics in the traditional sense, it's about listening to the community and talking honestly about the issues people are dealing with every day. One of the things I've seen when I first announced that I would be standing that you are like everyone else. You just would like to be elected for fame or money or just getting attention or anything. But actually, no. The idea that I've worked in many industry, I've lived in many countries. The only thing I see is the Canary Wharf. Canary Wharf is an example of what's happening, especially in London and generally in the UK. There is wealth divide between different places, and there's more division. There's a lot of you can say politician now talking about UK or London or even England is broken. Actually, it's not broken. It's divided. I mean, everywhere you go is division. There is right and left. This ideas against this ideas, this policies against this policies, but it's getting too much toxic. I mean, it's getting too much toxicity, and no one actually thinking about the everyday problems everyone face. So this episode is not about politics in the traditional sense. It's about listening to the community. Because when we talk about local government, the most important question is simple. What problems do residents actually face? What things affecting your daily life that you would like to see change? And how local government can help you fix this. Over the past months, and speaking with people who live and work, especially in Canary Wharf and across Tower Hamlets, because there is many individuals doesn't live in Canary Wharf because it's a very small ward, but they are actually in the other parts of Tower Hamlets. So you can say many individuals use power at Canary Wharf as their work path. So they commute wherever they're in Newham, other London boroughs, and they spend. I've met people coming from Luton. They work in Canary Wharf and they commute each day from Luton to Canary Wharf. So let's talk about them. First, housing and affordability. Tower Hamlets have seen huge development over the last 20 years. New towers, luxury apartments, and model building have changed the skyline. But many residents still struggle with housing affordability. Young professionals, families, and long-time residents often feel priced out of their own neighborhood. That's one thing. There's a lot of things happening in the development of new laws and regulation to protect tenants, to protect to not eliminate but make it much more harder for very short term like Airbnbs and other platforms to gain more. So it's much better to rent to long term instead of short term. One other things, young professional families and long-time residents often feel priced out of their neighborhood. Development should not only focus on luxury properties, there's nothing wrong with having luxury properties, but also it include housing that local residents can afford. They can feel that they belong to this place. They feel that they have a connection to the community. Second, the balance, I will say this again and again and again, the balance between businesses and community. Canary Wharf is one of the most important financial districts. Thousands of people come here every day to work in finance, technology, consulting, and international business. But Canary Wharf is also become a residential community. After the pandemic, there is many individuals decided to see, oh, that's a place I can actually live on. It's not just office, it's not just tower of blocks. There is a lot of residential community. This kind of communities is creating, I call it the new Dubai, the new New York, the new Manhattan of London. It's not just about luxury apartment, but it's getting people together. Some individuals leaving Canary Wharf, they come from all back, even 200 and, plus countries, different backgrounds, different ethnicity, different things, and they live in one closed community together. This is one example that we can give to other places, just in London and other the UK, that people actually can live together as long as they understand and they have the common sense together. That means we need to have the right between business growth and quality of life of residents, better public places, more community facilities. more services from family and local residents. Number three is local infrastructure. As the population grows, infrastructure must grow. Everyone is blaming people who come from overseas. I'm an immigrant myself. I'm a proud immigrant. But the idea is that if you are always blaming someone who are the problem of the local infrastructure, no, the local infrastructure need to be updated. Look, for example, to London. When you have heard about something that have been actually done during the last 5 to 10 years, where is the new airport? Where is the new infrastructure? Where is the new Canary Wharf? I mean, have you ever think that London need another two or three, at least Canary Wharf, so we can sustain and grow and take it to the next step? Unfortunately, no. We are just keeping blaming each other and forget about the main things. Transported connections, all healthcare services, and public spaces must keep up with the number of people they living in the area. Planning decisions should always consider the long-term impact on the community. Number four, safety and public environment. Many residents tell me they want cleaner street, safer public areas, and better management in public spaces. And they would like to strike the balance. A strong community environment makes people feel proud of where they live. And that should always be the priority. Fifth, communication between council and the community. That's the bread and butter. I've worked before in customer service, dealing with angry customers, or I call them now residents or whatever. You have to understand how actually the problem is affecting you and put yourself on the shoes of the resident and then try to solve it for yourself. So it should be win-win situation. Local government should be more open, transparent, and accessible. Residents should feel their voices are heard and respected. Why are you paying your council tax? To get someone to represent you. So the idea that I'll just pay the council tax so my kids can go to school and then the council will collect the bin, that's it? No, there's many other things. And one of the things you actually pay for the expenses as salary or income for the people who are working the local government. So look, you are part of the local, it's like a club, and what you pay is your membership fees. So you should use this information. You should know who you contact. You should, if you have actually a problem, you should represent it well, and it should be get a feedback. It's like a business. It's like a running a business. One of the things I've seen that we should run council like businesses. It's not the idea that okay, it could be non for profit, but at least should be run with people who understand business, people who understand profit and loss. And many countries, not just the UK, thinking about that, having politician career or someone have spent all his life doing politics and know nothing else. That's a mistake now, because we need to mix between different backgrounds and different understanding and different experience from real life and put it into especially local government. That brings me to the most important part of the conversation: solutions. Local government cannot solve every problem overnight. That's, I know, once you have the election and once you have a new candidate or successful, you need this guy or this girl just to do everything instantly. You have won today, tomorrow I need to fix all my problems. Actually, life never happened like this. Give it time, give it an understanding, building communication, building, you can say, a problem solving process to take things to the next step. But it can be do three very important things: listen, communicate clearly, and plan for the long term. As you think that you'll be heard and you will be communicated properly, things will be taken to the next step. As someone running for council in Canary Wharf Ward, my approach is simple. First, open communication. Residents should always know how to reach their councillor and feel comfortable raising concerns. Second, practical problem solving. Local issues often need practical solution, not complicated politics. I'm here. This is the website for the council. Everyone knows about it. One of the things is that strike me is that there's there's no contact us. I mean, how can I contact these guys? I'm not living in Tower Hamlets. Okay, let's assume I'm Mike. I'm just thinking about moving to Canary Wharf or other places under the Tower Hamlets Council, and I'm trying to ask a question to the council. Where is the contact page? This is very simple. You have to do a lot of Googling. You have to request it. You have to report it. You have to pay for it. Oh, hey, I found it. Contact us here. It's not in the first page. So, okay, contact us. Okay, have a question or comment. That's good. We found it. But I was trying to think as someone who would like to move to Tower Hamlet. And then in the first page, there's no contact us. The second page, okay, they're fine. And then here the thing. contact council tax, contact housing, parking, contact us by phone, contact your councillor that could contact another council service, report a problem, whistleblowing and complaints. The idea is that it should be run as a business, should be make it very easy. The question is not whatever growth happens, it will. The question is how we manage that growth and communication in the way that benefits the community. Because the goal of local government should always be simple, to improve the quality of the people who live there. You vote for someone who should represent you, easy to be communicate, easy to get in touch, have an understanding with them, and then solve the problem together. That's it. Some problems will not be able to be solved. Let's be clear. I will not be able to solve everything, but at least you have a communication. I'll not be able to do this now. It's in the plan. Maybe in the future. Sorry, I'll not be able to help you extra with this. It's very simple. It's like a business. If you request a service from business, you have mainly three reply. We can do it in the spot. We can do it later. Sorry, we'll not be able to help you. Very simple. Because to improve the quality of life who live there, the podcast is not just about sharing ideas, it's about listening. That's why I asked every one of you, wherever you live in Canary Wharf or Tower Hamlets or anywhere in the UK, even overseas, what's the problem you'll face? What kind you expect from the local government? What's the biggest issue you see in the community? What's need to be improved? And how we can work together to make our neighborhood better. Because strong communities are built through conversation and participation. Thank you for listening for the Great London podcast. I'm looking forward to continue the discussion in the next episode. Stay great, my friends, and I appreciate your support. The more you share the video, the more we get comments, the more we increase it. It's not about politics. It's not about who you will vote for. This is about everyone who live in the UK in general and London, and especially in Canary Wharf. Stay great, my friends, and let's keep in touch always. Bye bye.